There are thousands of claims circulating on mainstream publications and social media that Australian wildfires have burned so much land that koalas are now functionally extinct. Forbes magazine even reported that headline. We wanted to dig a little deeper. Jennifer Bellamy joins us to verify. Jennifer, we've seen wrenching videos showing koalas caught in those fires.
Yes, Cheryl, there's no doubt that the koala population has been hurt by the brush fires in Australia. Between 300 and 1,000 koalas have died as the flames race through their habitat. The slow-moving marsupials were already considered vulnerable to extinction, but to be considered functionally extinct is a different matter. Functionally extinct means that there are so few animals that they can't make enough babies to replenish the population. That's not the case with koalas, which number more than 300,000. Also, claims that the fires have destroyed 80% of koalas' habitat are false. More than 90% of their habitat remains untouched. So are koalas functionally extinct? That claim is false, but they are still vulnerable to extinction. If you have something you would like us to verify, please send us your ideas. You can message us on Facebook, Twitter, or send an email to verify@11alive.com.